So as you know, tomorrow is the auspicious appearance day of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we wanted to here read, discuss something about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life and teachings. So there is this very nice verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita. We'll recite this verse and then discuss about it. Please repeat. Namo Mahavadanyaya.
Namo Mahavadanyaya.
Krishna Prema Pradayate. Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya.
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya
Namne Gauratrishe Namaha.
Namne Gauratise Namaha
Namo Mahavadanyaya.
Namo Mahavadanyaya
Krishna Prema Pradayate.
Krishna Prema Pradayate
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya.
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya
Namne Gauratrishe Namaha.
Namne Gauratise Namaha
Namo Mahavadanyaya.
Namo Mahavadanyaya
Krishna Prema Pradayate.
Krishna Prema Padayate
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya.
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya
Namne Gauratrishe Namaha.
Namne Gauratise Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratise Namaha Namne Gauratise Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratise Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratise Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratise Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratise Namaha
Let's take right to the translation. O most beneficent incarnation, you have Krishna himself appearing as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You have assumed the golden color of Srimati Radharani and you are widely distributing pure love of Krishna. We offer our respectful obeisances unto you. So see, we see this verse being spoken by Srila Rupa Goswami. And for most, Rupa Goswami is known to most of you that are here. For those that do not know, Srila Rupa Goswami was born in the late 1400s in a Saraswat Brahmin family. He was one of the three brothers, the other two being Sanatana Goswami and Anupama. So Rupa Goswami is the middle one, Sanatana Goswami is the elder one, and Anupama the younger one. So these three brothers, they were so bright, they were so scholarly, they studied Vedic scriptures. They were very proficient in many different languages and they were very smart, bright. So at that time, the place where they used to live in Bengal was ruled by Muslim king, Nawab Hussain Shah. He came to learn about these three brothers, and he was greedy. So he wanted to have them serve in his administration so that he could actually benefit from their intelligence, from their brightness. So against the will of these three brothers, Nawab Hussain Shah forced these three brothers to serve in his administration. So as the case was in those days, if you're a Brahmin and you're working itself, you're an outcast. Now in this case, you're a Brahmin and you're serving a Muslim, this is even a greater sin. So what happened? The caste Brahmins, they excommunicated these three brothers and their families. So they were really disappointed. They had no way to see a way out of this whole situation. But as the mercy of the Supreme Lord, what happens? They come in contact with Lord Chaitanya. So they meet Lord Chaitanya in a place called Ramkeli for the first time. And their first meeting with Lord Chaitanya changes their entire life. So they decide right then and there that they want to give up their material association with anything and everything, and then surrender to Lord Chaitanya. So the two brothers, Rupa Goswami and Anupama, they somehow escape Nawab Shah, and then they escape from the Bengal province. And then Sanatan Goswami somehow he stays back, and then he's trying to take time to leave, but then Nawab Hussain Shah finds out their motives, and then Nawab Hussain Shah arrests them. So now Rupa Goswami and his younger brother Anupama, they want to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is traveling now from Puri, Jagannath Puri, to Vrindavan. So on the way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stops at a place called Prayag. It is Allahabad right now, where the two rivers, Ganga and Yamuna, they meet. So at the confluence of these two rivers, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes, and then Rupa Goswami and Anupama, they travel to Prayag to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So they see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu coming to this temple called Bindu Mahaprabhu temple, a huge temple. And then to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is being followed by hundreds and thousands of people. And then just by looking at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, these people are ecstatic and loud. Some of them are crying, some of them are laughing, some of them are dancing, some of them are loudly chanting kirtan, some of them are rolling on the ground. They are ecstatic just by looking at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and hearing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sing. So, because there were these number of people, Rupa Goswami and Anupama, they do not approach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at this point. So they wait. So what happens? There is a Brahman's house that later on that day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu takes his prasadam. So after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's prasadam is done, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is sitting by himself with nobody around, Rupa Goswami and Anupama, they both approach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this is where it is important. When they approach, when they see Lord from a far distance, what they do is they take a clump of grass, put it between their teeth, both of them, and then they fall down after Dandavat pranams to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from a far distance. Again they get up, they take one more step, they again offer obeisances, again they do it. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is seeing this from a far distance, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very pleased at the humility of these two people. Now imagine, these two people are not ordinary. They are scholarly, they are rich, they were in very high positions. But then, keeping a clump of straw in their mouth and then offering obeisances indicates their humility and utter surrender to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu understood their mood. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu calls them over, and then he says, my dear Rupa, you have been liberated, both of you have been liberated by Krishna's mercy. Even though you have taken shelter or you've served non-deserving master in the form of King Nawab Hussain Shah, but both of you have been liberated. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives an embrace. He embraces both of them. And then, out of his causeless mercy, he also puts his lotus feet on the head of both Rupa and Sanatana, Rupa Goswami and Anupama. Now, this is the time when Rupa Goswami and Rupa Goswami speaks this verse. So, this verse was spoken right at that time when Rupa Goswami received this mercy, causeless mercy from Mahaprabhu. So here he's saying how Shri Krishna Chaitanya, that is the name of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this life. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, he is none other than Krishna. So let's break down the verse a little bit. Jonathan, if you could just go back to the verse. He's saying, Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. So, the Nama in the first and the end, it says, I'm offering obeisances. Nama in the beginning and end. And then Te, to whom? He says, Krishnaya. I'm offering obeisances to Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who has taken birth as Krishna Chaitanya Namne, who has taken birth as Krishna Chaitanya. Krishna Chaitanya is none other than Krishna. And then, the difference between Krishna and Krishna Chaitanya, we'll discuss this more. Gaurat Vishay, he's saying this Krishna Chaitanya has a golden complexion. Krishna is bluish. Krishna Chaitanya is golden. You'll see why. And then he's saying there are two purposes, two important aspects in this verse. One is, I'm offering you obeisances, who is Krishna himself, who has taken the birth as Krishna Chaitanya, for you've come here for what? Because Krishna Prema Pradaya. He's come here to give the love of Krishna. Krishna Prema is a compound word, so remember that. Krishna Prema, we'll discuss that. Krishna Prema Pradaya, you're giving Pradaya Krishna Prema. As you're giving Krishna Prema, I'm offering you obeisances. And then in the first line, it says, Maha Vadanya. Vadanya is, Prabhupada translates it as munificent, most generous. That is the meaning of Vadanya. Maha is most. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is being described as most generous person who is going around distributing Krishna Prema, the love of Godhead to everyone. And he is Krishna himself. So that is the entire verse which was spoken by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by Rupa Goswami. So let's break it down a little further. We know who Krishna is. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita has spoken, him being the Supreme. Krishna says, Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo, Matta Sarvam Pravardhate. He's saying, I am the source of everything, and everything emanates from him. Then he also says, Matta Parataram Nanyat Kinchirasi Dhananjaya. He's saying, Matta Parataram Na Anyat Asti. Parataram, there is nothing more and nothing greater than Matta. From me, there is nothing greater than me. I am the superior. Krishna is declaring openly in Bhagavad Gita that he is the supreme. Now, not only this, in the 10th chapter, Arjuna actually recounts this. He's saying, he's calling Krishna Parabrahma, Paramdhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan. He's saying, you are Parabrahma, you are the supreme Brahman. And then you are Parandhama, you are the owner, you are the supreme abode. So not only Arjuna is saying, but Arjuna says, Rishaya Sarve. It's not that I am saying this. He's saying, Naradaha, Asita, Vyasala, all these rishis are saying, you are Parabrahma, you are Parandhama. And then he says, not only that, Swayam Shaiva Bravishime. He says, you yourself declared, Krishna shows his Virat Rupa and he says, I am the Supreme. So there is no doubt who Krishna is. Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now that Krishna has appeared as Krishna Chaitanya, has taken the name, with the name Krishna Chaitanya. Why? What is the purpose? What is the reason behind Krishna appearing as Krishna Chaitanya? So we have to go back a little bit to understand the internal reasons of Krishna's appearance as Krishna Chaitanya. So to understand that, we have to understand Krishna is the Supreme and Krishna has various energies. Parasya Shaktir Vividhaiva Shruyate. It says, Asya, this person, Para, great Shaktir, he has potencies, Vividha, various Shruyate, it is said. So, this is Upanishad Vakya. He has many energies, out of which there are primarily three energies. Internal energy, marginal energy, and external energy. So, internal, marginal, and external potency. So, let's talk about external. So, what we see as this universe, the material, the metaphysical universe, that is external energy. Krishna says in 7th chapter, Bhumir, Apo, Analo, Vayu, Kham, Mana, Buddhi, Ahankara. So, these 8 elements, earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. These 8 constitute the metaphysical universe. This is energy of Krishna. So this comes from Krishna. So the creation of universe is taken care of. Then the second one is marginal energy. Marginal energy is us, the Jivatmas. Now we are separate from the body. This is the first lesson Krishna gives in Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. That you are not this body, but you are spirit soul. That spirit soul, the soul that we know we are, that is marginal energy of Krishna. It is called marginal because it can be covered sometimes, just like the shores on the sea. When the waves come, there is a part of the seashore that gets covered, and when waves recede, that part becomes uncovered. So we are marginal because we can be covered by Krishna's external energy in the form of Maya, or we can be uncovered when Krishna's internal potency is guiding us. So that is marginal energy. Now the important part, Krishna's internal energy. Krishna's internal energy has 3 main divisions. It is called Samvit, Hladini, and Sandhini. So the middle one, Hladini, is that potency of Krishna which is pleasure-giving potency for Krishna. So the pleasure that Krishna derives, it's coming from this potency, Hladini. So what happens? Krishna, he manifests his Hladini potency as Radharani. Radharani is none other than Krishna, but it's Krishna's internal pleasure-giving potency. It is called Hladini potency. So the manifestation or expansion of Krishna, like we are Krishna's energy, we are Jivatmas, we are external energy, marginal energy. Likewise, Hladini potency of Krishna, the expansion of Krishna, manifestation of that Hladini potency of Krishna is Radharani. So Krishna and Radharani are one, and at the same time they are different. So this potency of Krishna, the Hladini potency of Krishna, is what Krishna manifests as Radharani for what is called as enjoying Madhurya Rasa. It is called conjugal love. So we also have a part of that, and that is why as human beings, as any living entity, we are attracted to the opposite sex. That is because there is a pleasure-seeking potency that is there within us also, we being part and parcel of Krishna. But Krishna's pleasure-seeking potency, which is Radharani, is exclusively for Krishna's exhibition of Madhurya Rasa. It is not on the same plane as the material enjoyment between two opposite sexes. So this is one where Srila Prabhupada is very categorical, that if you don't understand this about Krishna, you won't understand anything about 10th canto. When people read about Krishna's mixing with gopis, Ras Leela, they do not understand the higher transcendental nature of that because they do not understand, they are not on a plane where they can understand this difference. That Krishna is not like us, who is not going after material energy or sense gratification. So this Radha and Krishna, when they came down during Krishna Lila, Krishna is surprised. He's seeing Radharani, she's relishing Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's qualities, Krishna's activities so much. Radharani is happy, Radharani is transcendental when she sees Krishna. Radharani is attracted when she is seeing Krishna. Radharani is, without knowing herself, is attracted to Krishna and there is no limit to it. So Radharani is enjoying this happiness by looking at Krishna, by being with Krishna. So Krishna wants to understand or relish this taste of what Radharani is experiencing. The happiness that Radharani is experiencing. That happiness Krishna wants to relish. That happiness Krishna wants to understand. So what Krishna does? Krishna unites these two identities. Krishna being the Supreme and Krishna's expansion as Hladini Shakti, Radharani. So they two unite and then they take birth as one personality. Those two identities take birth as one personality, and that is Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Mahaprabhu. So Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, but he has come down in the mood of Radharani. It is called Radha Bhava. He has come down in the mood of Radharani to understand Radharani's pleasure, the happiness that Radharani gets when Radharani is thinking about Krishna, when Radharani is thinking about Krishna's qualities. So that is the reason why Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, both as Radharani and Krishna. And that is the reason why Krishna's complexion here, it is said Gaura Tvishek. Krishna's skin color is Gaura, is golden. And that is the reason, even though Krishna is bluish, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, is golden in color. He is golden avatar. That is why he is called golden avatar. Because he is here as in the mood of Radharani to understand how Radharani is able to love Krishna so much. And one thing we should understand, we have to clarify this. Krishna being omniscient, Sarvagnata, Krishna knows everything. Krishna doesn't have to actually take birth to understand what Radharani is like. Krishna knows everything. Otherwise, the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, it says, Janmadhyasya yataha yatanvayat itaratascha arteshu abhignaha swarat. Abhignaha means Krishna knows everything. He is also Swarat. Swarat means he is fully self-dependent. Krishna is Swaramana. Krishna doesn't require somebody else, not even Radharani, for fulfilling him, because he is Purnam. He is complete in himself. This is one quality that is exclusive to Supreme Personality of Godhead. Nobody else has, even Radharani has this expansion of Hladini Shakti. So, why does Krishna want to come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the mood of Radharani to understand? This is only for Leela. This is internal purpose, the Leela, right? Now, the external purpose is also there. Why Krishna came down as Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that is given here, Krishna Prema Pradaya. Why Krishna came? To give Krishna Prema. So what is Krishna Prema? Why do we need Krishna Prema? What is the use of Krishna Prema for us? To understand this, we have to little bit go back to, again, Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam. So to understand all this, we have to go back to the basic question, who am I? why am I here? Why do I have a human form of life? And Prahlad Maharaj says human form of life is durlabham. This is durlabham manusham janma. It's very rare, but we have gotten this life. Why do we have this life? We have to go back. So in 5th canto of Bhagavatam, we have Lord Vrishabdev, who is an incarnation of Krishna himself. Lord Vrishabdev is giving, Lord Vrishabdev is a king. Now at the end of his life, towards when he sees his sons are able to take care of the kingdom, he wants to renounce his kingdom and he wants to go back to forest on a Krishnashram, right? So just before that, he gathers all his 100 sons, headed by Bharat Maharaj, and then he is instructing them. So his instruction is what? What is the purpose of your body? What is the purpose of your existence? And how you should make this human form of life successful. Nayam deho deha ajam duloke kashtan kaman arhate vidbhujamne tapodivyam putraka enam sattvam shuddhe yasma brahma saukyam tu ananta. So he's saying deha, this deha is not for enjoying like hogs and dogs, which also need a body and then they enjoy, spend in sense gratification. Then what is the purpose of this deha? He says tapo divyam. He says this is for divyam, transcendental tapaha, austerity. Tapo divyam. So if you engage this body in transcendental austerity, then what happens? Sattvam shuddhe. It says this purifies. Sattvam, hard, shuddhe, purifies. So this body we have to use to engage in activities that purifies our heart. So what happens when your heart gets purified? When that happens, yasmat, from that, brahma saukyam to anantam. It says anantam, eternal. You get eternal what? Brahma saukyam, happiness. Eternal happiness in the spiritual world. So this is the purpose of body. We've been given this human form of life to purify our heart, get pure, and then we can achieve the spiritual world. Brahma Saukyam to Anantam. So, in order to do that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and he is freely distributing Krishna Prema. What is Krishna Prema? How does Krishna Prema purify us to be able to actually go back to the spiritual world? So, again, we have to go back to Bhagavatam. So he says, Sattvam Shuddhe, purify your heart. How do we purify? Especially in the age of Kali, it is very difficult to purify because Kali means Kalaya Dosha Nidhe Rajan. Bhagavatam says, Kali means it's an ocean of faults. So, there is one good thing. They say, Kalaya Dosha Nidhe Rajan, Asti Eko Mahan Guna. There is one great quality in Kali Yuga, Mahan Guna. What is it? Kirtanad Eva Krishnasya. Krishnasya Kirtana. By chanting names of Krishna. Mukta Sangha Parampraje. It says, then you can get liberated from this material bondage. So that is the solution given by Bhagavatam itself. So, Kirtanad Eva Krishnasya. By chanting the holy names of Krishna. So when Krishna came, Krishna did not go around, even the battlefield, saying, chant your name and I'll take you back. Prabhupada says this. Krishna hesitated to give something that Chaitanya Prabhu openly gave. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he gave Krishna Prema. What is Krishna Prema that he gave? He gave the holy names which are not different from Krishna. The name of Krishna is not different from Krishna. And then he said, Kirtaniya Sadahari. Always keep chanting. By just chanting the names of Krishna, your sattvam shuddhe, your heart becomes purified. When your heart becomes purified, then what happens? Brahma Saukyam to Anantam. Eternal happiness you will achieve. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came exclusively for the purpose of distributing the holy names of Krishna. So we see in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as we saw like in Bindu Mahaprabhu temple, just by looking at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, people are crying, they're laughing, they're dancing, they're loudly chanting Krishna, Krishna's holy names. Forget about even people. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is traveling through the forest of Jharkhand. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is traveling through the forest of Jharkhand, and then he touches the tiger. Just like somehow he kicks the tiger, like somehow his feet touch the tiger. Just like somehow he kicks the tiger, like somehow his feet touches tiger. And he says, chant Krishna, Krishna, and tiger gets up and chants Krishna, Krishna. And this is all recorded in Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is what the verse that we are writing here. So Balabhadra Bhattacharya, who is accompanying Mahaprabhu at that time, he's astounded, is astonished. What is happening? Then Mahaprabhu travels to the forest in the evening, he's doing Gayatri by submerging himself in the water. A mad elephant is coming charging at Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu just takes his hand, flashes water on elephant. Elephant gets Krishna Prema. Elephant starts chanting Krishna, Krishna. All the other elephants start chanting Krishna, Krishna. So Mahaprabhu is traveling through the forest. Mahaprabhu is loudly chanting Hare Krishna's name. Deers start coming and deers are chanting Hare Krishna. And then tigers start coming. Tigers start embracing deers. They both are chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Just by being in the presence of Mahaprabhu, all this transformation is happening. And this is Mahaprabhu's potency. And that potency is so huge. And Mahaprabhu did not require any qualification. For passing this, Mahaprabhu didn't ask us to be qualified at all. Like in Krishna, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is giving so many steps. There is Sankhya Yoga, where you have to understand you have this body, you have the spirit soul, Karma Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. Then in the end, Krishna says, Sarva Dharman Partyajya, Mamema Sharanam, Mam Ekam Sharanam Praja. But Mahaprabhu is not saying any of these things. He is just saying, take Krishna, Yare Deka, Tarikaha Krishna Upadesh. Whoever you see, just give him Krishna mantra. The moment you give him Krishna mantra, not only, the person that Mahaprabhu gave the Krishna mantra, that he got love of Krishna and became excited. If that person gave Krishna mantra to somebody else, that person became excited. That person gave Krishna mantra to somebody else, that person became excited. So Mahaprabhu's potential is unbelievable and unimaginable. And this is why Mahaprabhu is called Vadanyaya. That is most beneficent, that is so generous. He is not asking us for anything, but he's saying, I'm giving you. I'm not asking you for anything. You just chant the holy names of the Supreme Personality. And he is Mahavadanyaya. He is most beneficent. He is not even asking. So Mahaprabhu's presence had such an impact on people. So does that happen even now? Does Mahaprabhu have that same potency even today? This happened 500 years back. Mahaprabhu, does he have that potency? He does. We just have to engage ourselves, engage our minds in Mahaprabhu. So just to prove, Mahaprabhu still has that potency. There is this one instance, and I'll close with this, that Srila Prabhupada, our founder Acharya, he was in Atlanta. Balabhadra Prabhu, who was the president earlier of this temple, recounted this incident because he was present there personally many times. Prabhupada came for the installation of Gauditai deities in Atlanta. And Prabhupada usually talked about, gave a lecture wherever Prabhupada went. Prabhupada talked about 30 minutes, 25 minutes, short lectures. And Prabhupada began his lecture to talk about Gauditai. He started by saying these two people, they are most merciful. But then Prabhupada could not continue. He started cracking up. He actually could not, he went into trance because the mercy of Gauranga Prabhu, Mahaprabhu, was too much for him. So I have a tape of that. Let's listen.
more kind than Krishna. Krishna, he is also very kind. He comes to very kind. But Krishna demands, so first of all, surrender. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does not demand surrender. He is so. So, that's it. Thank you. Thank you.
Srila Prabhupada ki,
Jai.
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki.
Jai.
Thank you very much. Any comments, questions? We have 2 more minutes. So all these past tense. Oh, Krishna, please.
You mentioned that Lord Chaitanya didn't require anything. He just said to chant Hare Krishna. But sometimes I hear that it was recommended like to follow 4 regulative principles and there's offenses in chanting Hare Krishna. What about that?
So Prabhupada says this, Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, end of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, don't give this knowledge to anybody that does not believe in Krishna. And in that case, Prabhupada says, devotees are more merciful. Devotees actually go out and then override Krishna and give it to anybody and everybody. So here in this case, Mahaprabhu said, no rules. Namnamakari Bahuda, Nija Sarva Shaktis, Tatrapita Niyamita Smaranena Kalaha. So he says no rules and regulations. Just chant whenever you want, whatever you want. But given the fallen condition of us in Kali Yuga, our acharyas know for time, place and circumstance better what's required. So our acharyas have given this word. That's my understanding. Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. This thanks Shyam Kumar Prabhu. Did a very nice talk. Helps in preparing our consciousness for tomorrow's festival. Again, tomorrow we have a festival starting at 5 o'clock here at the temple, celebrating the appearance day of Lord Chaitanya. We'll next have Kirtan. Radhika and Sukanya will be leading tonight's Kirtan. Followed by the Kirtan, we'll have some short announcements and then Prasad. Hare Krishna. Oh, and if you have those papers, I see they came in right before the class. If you have those papers, you can hand them in right outside the double doors here. There's a book table. You can hand them in to them, and you can receive your gift. I don't know how they evaluate it, if they get a passing score or not, I'm not sure. But please hand them in. And I hope you enjoy doing that exercise. Again, we want to make sure everybody knows who Lord Chaitanya is, his qualities, and the questions that were asked here were just to help reinforce that. Okay, let's prepare for kirtan. This is a sit-down kirtan, but that doesn't mean you can't get up and dance. So throughout the kirtan, if you feel inspired to dance, please stand and dance with joy in your heart.
इसके आगे कर
Hare Krishna. I was chanting so beautifully. Thank you, Sukanya, for getting us in that kirtan. If you can just turn the lights on in the back corner, so we could put the lights on. Thank you very much. A couple quick announcements about tomorrow's festival and some things that are happening here. Sponsorships for the feast. We want to give thanks to those devotees. Before we begin, 2 service announcements. Opportunities. The opportunities are both for the men and the women. No gender discrimination. One is, if you go outside the parking lot, it's the one thing, we're getting more and more people coming now. This is a great thing. The other part of it is that we have to accommodate for parking. We have one of these porous parking lots. It's permeable, and it's very good for the environment. But it's not very good for a parking organization, because you can't have stripes and things like that on it. So we're trying to work through it, trying to come up with some solutions. But in the meantime, looking for a couple of volunteers. I don't want somebody to have to do it every week. Pratik is out there right now, but a couple people to join him just at the beginning. You can come around 5 o'clock, just to help organize the parking. As soon as somebody starts parking in the right way, everybody else follows. If one person parks in the middle, everybody else will think it's the right place to park, and they'll just follow suit, like happened today. So anybody, men or women, doesn't matter, would like to do that service. It's great if you have extra job for the chant. You just want to go out and chant your job. It's a great service to do. Anybody? Jai. Thank you, Prabhu. All right, so we got 1. Anybody else? Okay, we'll ask again, so you think about it. Next thing is in the kitchen. This used to be something that always done at the end of the Sunday feast, and after COVID, we kind of lost track of it. So the kitchen, all the things that we serve out in all the containers, they all need to be cleaned. And it's an honor to go back into the kitchen, because our kitchen belongs to Srimati Radharani. And getting the service is actually very special. Many of you don't know about it. So I just want to let you know that service is available. You get an actual opportunity to go in and clean Radharani's pots. And do it with other devotees. It's not going to all be on you. Other people are there. We just want to give people the opportunity to do it. And assist some of the devotees that are here who've been up, most of the day preparing this prasad. So if you are interested in doing that, come see me. If you want to be so bold and raise your hand and say you're interested, that'd be great. And I'm sure that you're interested. Again, that's men or women, doesn't discriminate. All right, thank you, sir. What's your name? Kash? And Akish. Thank you so much. All right. If you want to join Kash and Akish back in the kitchen after Prashad, come see me or come see them. You can follow them in. Sponsorships. Tonight we have 2 sponsorships. The first one is Sai Giridhar Varma, in loving memory of his wife Himalat Varma. He is not here tonight. He is in Florida. But Gopi Varma, this is Gopi Varma's brother. He's going to prepare the prasad to be sent down to Florida for him, but his children are going to come and receive on his behalf. They can come forward and give you the prasad. And we want to, in loving memory of Himalat Varma, we want to ask the devotees to please raise your hands and pray. Chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. And the second sponsor was made by Renika for her daughter Veena Dari Kalapara. It's her 22nd birthday. So for Veena Dari, let's raise our hands and chant. Hare Krishna Maha
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
If you're ever interested in sponsoring a feast, you can do so online on our website, as well as through our newsletter. There's a link, and use that at the front desk as well. Has anybody ever taken part in the Holy Festival? Oh, any holy people here? No, only 2 people that holy? Come on. I'm one of them. Come on. All right. People like holy? Yeah. So next week, not tomorrow, but next week, we're going to do holy, but it's going to be outside. Should we tell us, we're organize it? What's going to happen?
Krishna, everyone. And first of all, I would like to thank Dronacharya Prabhu for allowing us to play holy outside. And I'm so excited that we're going to do that next Sunday. We are asking everyone to bring their colors. I just came back from Vrindavan 2 weeks ago and we were playing holy in Bihari, Barsana, Vrindavan. It is so much fun. So bring your own colors. We can play holy with colors, flower petals, water. Anything after we play holy, Dronacharya Prabhu is asking us that we cannot come inside the temple just to make sure that we are not making the colors here inside the temple. So just after we play, we just have to go home. And just be careful that we are not making mess here in the temple. If you have any questions, please ask. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Shona, Mataji, for organizing this. Again, it will be next Sunday. It works on our behalf because it'll be light out because daylight savings time is next week. So it'll be, sunlight out. We'll put some lights out as well. Again, it's an outdoor festival, not an indoor event. Shashi Prabhu has a Sankirtan announcement. It went out this past week on Sankirtan, as well as yesterday.
Yeah?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So, as Dronacharya Prabhu was saying, we went out on Sankirtan this week here, and we also had some very nice book distribution efforts in the congregation. So, we were able to, for the pleasure of Sri Sri Radharshara Bihari and Srila Prabhupada, distribute 160 books.
Haribol, Haribol.
Opportunity for all of the people in Philadelphia to get this transcendental knowledge. So, for anyone who is new for the first time here today, we also have some VIP special gift for you at the table. So please come and see us at the book table. And if you'd like to participate and get a book in the quiz, make sure that you do that as well. And if this is not your first time, also please come and see us at the book table because we have Chaitanya Charitamrita sets and also Chaitanya Bhagavat sets for you. But you can give a donation to us. Okay, so thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare.
Thank you, Shashi Prabhu, for that announcement. Tomorrow is Gaur Purnima. This is the appearance day of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one of the biggest festivals we have here of the year. The festival in the evening will start at 5 p.m. The Arti and Kirtan, here's the schedule. Abhishek will then follow at 5:30. When Abhishek is over, it's over. So if you come at 6:30 and it's over, you miss it. So we don't know when it will, we know when it will start, we do not know when it will end. So we encourage everybody to get here on time. We know it's a regular work weekday, but please try to make the arrangement if you can for Lord Chaitanya. That's one time in the year where we celebrate his appearance day. It will be followed by a class on Lord Chaitanya as well as a drama. Lord is preparing a drama. And then we'll have 56 offerings, the Chapan Bhog, which will be offered to Lord Chaitanya, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, and Sri Radharshara Bihari. Then we'll have another Maha Arti, and then followed by Prasadam. The fast hour is until sun and moonrise. For those that have been fasting all day. We will have breakfast prashad around moonrise, so you can take a little something. You don't have to wait all the way until 8 o'clock to break fast. If you'd like to make any sponsorships or contributions or to volunteer tomorrow, please come see me or stop by the front desk to sign up. Also, if you're going to come in the morning, usually Saturday is the day we advertise for the community to come to Mangalarti. There are special days as well if you want to come. The doors will be open at 5 a.m. if you want to come for the Mangalarti. All right, that's it for the announcements today. We want to again thank everybody for coming out tonight. Prashad will be served in the old temple. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.